Want to get right onto the streaming number. Two ways to look at it going forward. One, everything reopens, everyone goes out to the movies, doesn't stay home and join up for streaming services. Two, people continue with the streaming services because Delta variant is going to keep everybody home. Which one are we going to see?
Well, look, let me start by saying we're really happy with our quarter. The streaming story is tremendously strong, both on the pay side, where we added the most subscribers yet at 6.5 million, bringing us to 42 million globally, as well as on the free side, where our ad revenue more than doubled. So streaming is definitely important. It is definitely an area of momentum at ViacomCBS, but that's part of broader momentum in the company. We had a great quarter on an ad side with revenue up 24%, great quarter on the affiliate side, revenue up 9%, a whole series of deals. So there's a lot going on. In streaming, we continue to be very excited about the opportunity in the space. As you know, we're investing in Paramount Plus. That's a service that we essentially relaunched out of CBS All Access earlier in the year. It's now the second quarter of Paramount Plus results, and it's tracking really ahead of our plan. And we have even more great content coming. And the beauty of Paramount Plus is it is a broad service. That's our strategy. It has tremendous kids product on that, and that's from our Nickelodeon family of IP. That includes things like SpongeBob and Rugrats. We had a great new version of iCarly, but it's beyond that. It's film. We did Infinite, which is a Mark Wahlberg film exclusive to Paramount Plus in June. Now we have A Quiet Place Part 2 as a fast follow from theatrical. That's doing very well. Next up is the Paw Patrol movie in August, which we're doing day and date. And then add to that scripted and unscripted. I mean, there's just a tremendous amount of stuff going on, and I'm confident that the world's subscribers, if you will continue to gravitate towards Paramount Plus.
Bob, how much visibility do you have right now? We are being inundated with headlines on a daily basis at the moment about companies saying, you know what, we thought we were going to bring our staff back to the office. That's not going to happen. We're going to ask them to work from home for a little bit longer. Other companies kind of still in review, but the mood music is definitely changing and certainly has been over the last few days. How much visibility do you have? What are you guys doing within your own business about this?
Yeah, so look, the COVID situation, unfortunately, continues to be a bit fluid. Now, we have had folks in our buildings on an operating basis, things like studios, network operations, et cetera, throughout the pandemic. And then after the 4th of July weekend, we implemented what's known as our yellow phase, which was an optional return to the office for folks for a couple days a week, and we saw a bit of traction with that. Our original intent was go to mandatory hybrid in September, and that's where people would come back a couple days and then be working virtual a couple days. We think that's the right model for the future. We just pushed that back to October earliest, just given what's going on. So, we're focused on driving our business, and thankfully through the pandemic, as you can see with the second quarter, our business is doing great. We're focused on ensuring the safety of our employees and the other constituents we do with.
Yeah.
So, and dealing with COVID. So there's some variability there. I don't have a crystal ball, but that's how we're thinking about it.
Just on that really quickly, are you requiring vaccinations as of now?
So right now, in what's known as our yellow phase, you have to be vaccinated to be in the building. This is something we are continuing to contemplate for when we go to mandatory presence in the building. We haven't made a decision on that yet, but we're certainly talking to a lot of folks and looking at a lot of data.
Bob, how are you going to manage movie releases? What's the plan going forward? As you just said, we've got a little bit of volatility as a result of what's happening with the Delta variant now. What's the plan over the next few months? How are you dealing with movies on a case-by-case basis? And do you think there's more of a permanent shift now in the way that movies are going to be released? Do you think we do get this kind of dual-track structure where we get movie releases in theaters and also streaming at the same time?
Yeah, so look, as an industry, we're dealing with a duality. We're dealing with a change in consumer behavior enabled by streaming, and we're dealing with COVID. And so in that combination, we have been looking at the business very much on a title-by-title basis. I will tell you that in general, We like the idea of a fast follow from theatrical. So think 30 to 45 days after a film opens in the theaters, then it goes to streaming, in our case, Paramount Plus. We're actually working with the first of our titles in that way right now, which is A Quiet Place Part 2. And we like what we're seeing. We got box office benefit. Now we're getting streaming benefit. So we like that model, but you know, we are going title by title. As I said, Paw Patrol is our next movie up. We're going to go day and date theatrical, streaming and theatrical. We think that's right for that audience at this time, and we're excited about what it might do. So, you know, things are fluid, but in a general basis, long term, we like the fast follow from theatrical model.
Hey, Bob, I just want to get your take then on Scarlett Johansson suing Disney because it went right to streaming and didn't go into theaters, which then hurts her box office potential because you're not going to get the same kind of money. Are you having to like renegotiate contracts on that now? Is it going to change materially? What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, so look, we consider all the constituents when we're making decisions on a title-by-title basis. You know, there's a lot of things and different people's deals, and you know, I don't know what the Scarlett Johansson situation is, but I think as an industry, we're all trying different things. I can only speak for ViacomCBS when I say we are focused on all the constituents involved, including the audience, by the way. And we're navigating. I think it's going to take time to get to a steady state, but this world does provide some interesting incremental opportunities that I believe ultimately will be mutually beneficial.
Bob, can I take us back to the beginning of the conversation? We heard from Gunnar Wiedenfels from Discovery. Obviously, they have been a big part of the consolidation process that we're seeing in this industry right now. Do you feel you have the right scale? Do you feel you have the right scale in the right places right now? What's the plan going forward? Do you want to take part in what is happening more broadly across this industry?
So look, I'm tremendously excited about the momentum ViacomCBS has with its organic strategy. You saw that in the second quarter, where we have nice revenue growth, exceptional streaming momentum, and broader benefits. You know, ViacomCBS was a function of M&A. You know, we did our transformative transaction. It closed roughly a year and a half ago, and we are very focused on extracting value from that combination and believe there is substantial incremental value ahead, both in streaming and beyond. So we like that. Obviously, you know, we ultimately work for shareholders, and we do look at broad ranges of opportunities, always through a shareholder value creation lens. But I can tell you right now, this company has incredible momentum, and we're very excited about where things are going.
Bob, real quick, the deal with South Park, $900 million over the next 6 years, one of the biggest deals in this kind of TV history. How much money are you going to pay up next, and who's it going to be? I mean, South Park's been around for 24 years. Who's going to be next?
Look, the deal with Matt and Trey is tremendously exciting. It extends one of the most powerful franchises in animation, providing new episodes through 2027. Importantly, it adds 14 original South Park movies, two that'll be done exclusively for Paramount Plus. The first two will debut this year. We're also going to have a version of Book of Mormons exclusively to Paramount Plus. So it encompasses a lot of things, and these are world-class creators that are bankable. So we're excited about that. And you know, at the end of the day, our focus at ViacomCBS is producing compelling content across a variety of genres. It's why we're in business with a whole set of people. And again, I think this deal will provide tremendous benefits for both of us.